Hello there, it's Aussie Star Wars Nerd, and today we're starting our first live stream on the channel, and I'm going to be joined by Rilesgaming.
Blue milk.
Alright,
completely random.
So, I think we'll pretty much get straight into it, talking about all the latest Star Wars news, so whoever's watching this, whether you watch it live or on the replay, thank you for joining us. And yes. So, first thing we'll be discussing, a lot of you probably know this by now, but Diego Luna was nominated for a Golden Globe Best Actor in a Drama Series, which is great, because he definitely deserved that. I think he did really well with the role. Rilesgaming, you liked Andor, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
That's good, yeah. Because, yeah, he did a good job on the acting. Although Stellan Skarsgård should have gotten one for his role as Luthen in the show, but I think he did. Yeah, he should have gotten one. But Cassian. Diego Luna deserved it. Alright, so, yeah. Next thing is Jedi Survivor. So, we got the trailer, you've all seen that, I did a breakdown on it, you can go and watch that on my channel. But it releases on March 17th. So that's 2 days pushback from when it was said to be released a couple of weeks ago. But 2 days isn't really that much. Price, it's pretty expensive. And I've got an article up here.
Around like 100 and...
Yeah, I've got an article up here. And I will just show it right now. So, it comes with, you can get the collector's edition, which will come with a lightsaber. So, Cal Kestis' lightsaber that I think changes colours, which is $300 USD, or $500 Australian. So, it's...
$500?
But that's including shipping and the lightsaber and the game. So...
Wait, a lightsaber?
Yeah.
How good's that lightsaber?
I'm not too sure. I just know it's a lightsaber. So there you go, you can have a look at it.
Buy it. Oh, never mind, I might.
Yeah.
I have a PS5, so...
Yeah, you can play it.
Yeah, then you'll probably just break into my home and say, hey, I'm here to play it.
Quite possibly.
Yep.
Along with that, the normal edition, I believe, will be costing, what, $83 in... I think that's American. Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
And for the deluxe version, which comes with various other things that I'll pull up after, it, will cost a bit more, $114 American. So I'm just gonna grab up the stuff that comes with the deluxe edition and we can talk about that. If I grab that up quickly. Yep.
That's probably one of the most expensive games recently.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But fair enough. Fallen Order was amazing. This game's going to have a lot of stuff that's going to be...
But then you have other games that are really good. Like, I played Metro Exodus. I know that's not Star Wars, but that was very cheap, and it was amazing quality and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Did I think it's because it was less popular?
Yeah, I mean... Games like such an established title as Star Wars is going to have a much bigger price tag behind it.
Yeah.
And Fallen Order on its own, that's probably why the best-selling Star Wars game, what is it, third best of all time behind Battlefront, I think?
I think so.
It's pretty massive, the amount of sales I've gotten. And, if I was able to play it, I would for sure be getting it. Anyway, so, Deluxe Edition will come with the Hermit cosmetic, which you cannot see, because that's there, but it's just...
I'm in the way.
Yes, but it's just, Obi-Wan's...
You shall not see his face.
But yeah, it's Obi-Wan's... It's sort of Obi-Wan looking from the Kenobi TV show. And, of course, it comes with... I believe that's Obi-Wan's lightsaber, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not I am not the Aussie Star Wars nerd here.
I think it is, because one is called the Hermit cosmetic, so that's Obi-Wan, obviously. And it comes with this blaster here, which I've forgotten what it is, but it looks pretty cool. Over here further, we've got the Scoundrel cosmetic, so that's Han Solo, obviously.
Yep.
Comes with a BD-1 cosmetic as well, green sort of coloured, and the DL-44 blaster, so there's definitely going to be blaster combat incorporated within the game.
So is it just pistols right now?
It's... looks like it. I don't think we'll be walking around with anything too extreme. Just, yeah.
Aw, I want a Z6 rotary cannon.
Walking around with one of those.
Yeah, have a lightsaber on it, make it like a spear on it, and then just go stab him with it.
I mean,
it's the new fawn.
Well, I mean, we've seen them before in the game with the rocket troopers that would use them.
Wait, did the rocket troopers use Z6 rotary cannons?
Pretty sure they had shields on them though. So yeah.
Oh no, the heavies had.
Oh, heavies. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, but the rocket trooper. Bleh. I haven't played the game for ages.
I played it a couple of weeks ago just to platinum it.
Yeah. Oh, of course you did.
So yeah. Anyway, Rebel Hero cosmetic. So that's Luke from after the Battle of Yavin.
Yeah.
And comes with BD Astro BD1 cosmetic, which is R2D2, and comes with Luke's...
Very boxy.
And yes, that's just part of the design of it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it will come with Luke's lightsaber. Luke or Anakin's. Yeah. Whichever one you prefer it being. So, I think that's pretty cool that they've done the extra cosmetics. And it doesn't surprise me that they have. But the blasters is going to be really interesting, incorporating that into the game. Because I've got something from the trailer that I spotted at the very end that I didn't include in my breakdown. So, I will just grab that up quickly. And... yeah, it might show how blaster combat will work. So at the very end, you know how Cal Kestis is fighting the commando droids? This picture here, as he's about to kill this one, there's a little orange sort of thing there. You see that little coloration there?
I see it.
That could be where you could press a button that would shoot it instead of attack. Because we definitely didn't have that in Fallen Order. There was nothing like
No,
an
we
outline
haven't
there.
had a...
Yeah.
But also, this is beta, isn't it? It's not full game out yet.
No, but it's like... it's just the gameplay trailer, so this is what it will look like. And we didn't see that when it was fighting any other enemies. There was no target thing appearing there. So...
yeah.
I think...
that might be. Wouldn't that mean, like, aim assist or something? Or is that going to be, like, a critical hit area?
I think it's probably just part of a combo move that is how the blasters work.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a pistol, so it's not going to be very ranged. I mean, it's more ranged than a lightsaber. But I get the feel it's just going to be part of combos.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's my theory on how all that will work.
Do we even see commando droids in the Fallen Order game?
No, we didn't
No.
see any of the droids. Yeah, we'll be seeing a lot of different droids in the game. So...
yeah.
yeah, it'll be interesting. All the battle droids, I think they're part of that dude that people are theorizing is from the High Republic. I think it's part of his thing. He's repainted them, reprogrammed them, and now they're serving him.
Yeah.
He looks like he'll be the main villain in the game. So that brings us on to what are your predictions for the game? Do you have any yet, or just gonna see what happens?
Misa?
Yes, yours, Riles.
No.
No predictions at all. Yeah,
No.
for myself, I'm not too sure. I think with the new book coming out, the Jedi Battle Scars book, that'll reveal a lot of stuff, because that's coming out, I think, the 1st of March, for people to read, which is almost a must-read for people who haven't yet, like, for people wanting to play Survivor, just because it's going to fill in that 5-year gap between Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. And... yeah, it's annoying that they're incorporating books, making you pay more money, but I think I'll get the book even though I can't play, just because it seems like such a good idea. 5th brother in it and everything. So, yeah, Fallen Order, well, Jedi Survivor, that's all our predictions for it, and latest stuff with the news about it there. So, now we will move on to stuff about Rogue Squadron coming back. So, Rogue Squadron could be coming back after Patty Jenkins has left Wonder Woman 3, because she ditched Rogue Squadron to go and work on Wonder Woman 3, and is now possibly coming back. So, yeah. So that could be cool. Hopefully it works out, because we know how a lot of these Star Wars things that get announced go. They often don't come through with it, which is annoying, but... yeah, hopefully it happens. I'll pull up, I think I got an article here talking about it. Yes, I do. Star Wars upcoming Rogue Squadron movie. It's by the Direct. Gets a surprising update. So director Patty Jenkins shared an update about her upcoming Star Wars movie Rogue Squadron, as rumours suggested the film may be cancelled. Even while Lucasfilm continues to build on the Star Wars universe through multiple Disney Plus series, the movie side of the franchise has taken a back seat, particularly after Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, and after it bombed in theatres. So perhaps the most newsworthy of projects in the new slate has been Rogue Squadron. Blah blah blah, I keep talking about it. And yeah, basically it could be coming back. Patty Jenkins says, she originally left Rogue Squadron after a long and productive development process when it became clear that it would not happen soon enough, and I did not want to delay Wonder Woman 3 any further. When I did, Lucasfilm asked me to consider coming back to Rogue Squadron after Wonder Woman 3, which I was honoured to do, so I agreed. They made a new deal with me. In fact, I'm still on it, and that project has been in active development ever since. I don't know if it will happen or not. We never do until the development process is complete, but I do look forward to its potential ahead. So that's the latest news on that. Hopefully it does happen, because, yeah, would be great to see another movie after, 2019 was it that Rise of Skywalker came out? I think so.
My brain's fried.
I think it is 2019 that Rise of Skywalker came out.
Yep.
So, moving on to the next thing. So, that's just Rogue Squadron done. We're just going to be talking about all the different news for here. And this one we'll talk about for quite some time. Skeleton Crew could be going to a place called New Space. And
New Space.
New Space. So, it could be just another name for the unknown regions.
I hope so.
I hope it's just like...
Not like an actual new place, but...
There's a lot of talk about it being coming to a whole nother galaxy, leaving the
that's gonna
original one.
Break something.
Yeah,
if they did that.
I think it would, because they could get there using the Purgils that were in the season finale of Rebels that took Thrawn and Ezra away.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I don't know whether there's a lot of things that I'm very skeptical about in 2023 coming up with Star Wars things.
Yeah.
Just the way that they're doing it. And so the article here that I have is basically talking about behind the scenes stuff with the Skeleton Crew team reportedly unhappy with how they were treated. So making Star Wars, multiple unnamed sources who allege that conditions behind the scenes on hotly anticipated Disney Plus series left much to be desired. These sources claim that several crew members quit Skeleton Crew production during its production cycle and vowed to never work on another Star Wars project ever again. So
that's crazy.
It's not the first time we've heard it. It happened.
So pretty much they're going on strike.
Well, not really, because the same thing happened with the sequels essentially. A lot of the actors unhappy with how that went, and they could be coming back for future movies, which could be interesting. But yeah, I don't know. But we also got some leaks along with that I did speak about here, so right up here.
Yay, leaks!
The leaks are pretty awesome, so spoilers, if you don't want to see the leaks, then just look away for the next 5-10 minutes, I don't know. And first one we have is the actor whose name I'm not even going to try and pronounce because I would fail. But this Lee
Jung
Jae. So wearing Jedi robes in the woods. So they're using practical sets, which is great because Andor was so much better looking than things like Mandalorian and especially Kenobi, which used the volume, which if you didn't know, little technology thing that essentially makes the actors feel like they're in a physical set when it's just a projected screen around them.
Yeah.
Which, not the best. Yeah. But it looks alright, but only for specific things. That's why Andor looks so much bigger. The sets were amazing because they were all practical and a little bit of green screen, obviously, for extra things. But most of it was practical. Anyway, so we've got these leak photos. Jedi in the woods. Then this person here, quite possibly, maybe a bounty hunter, I'm not sure. Just different species, obviously.
To me, it's just A human with a weird haircut.
Yeah, I don't. Might be a slightly different species. I'm not too sure.
Possibly.
Yeah. Further down we have here a Padawan, because there's a little Padawan braid there.
Yep.
And here's the interesting bit. So I made a video on this. A Wookiee Jedi. Now it could be Taiwoka, which was what I mentioned in the video. It was Plo Koon's master from Legends. And
that's Legends, though.
Yeah, but a lot of this is going to be drawing from Legends, because it's set 100 years before the Phantom Menace. So it's either going to be drawing from Legends or make its own new characters, which it'll probably make its own new characters. But yeah, that will be interesting. And we get another photo here of him on set with a speeder bike. I think
speeder bikes.
Yeah, speeder bike in front of him. So
that model is a death trap.
So yeah, that's pretty interesting stuff going on with those leagues. Then we've got that whoever that person is, and a Zabrak from Dathomir. Same sort of species as Darth Maul. So that's interesting. They appeared in Kenobi as well, as Zabrak did, as a parallel to when Obi-Wan had to fight them. Sort of reminding of more. But here's the thing that confuses me that I mentioned in my video very briefly. This
what is that?
Here. See that little bit of orange there?
Could be a bag.
I have to zoom in.
Zoom in on that.
There you go.
It looks like a face.
Right here.
What the hell is that?
It's not human. But could it be Plo Koon? Could it be Plo Koon?
I see like a weird looking blobfish, pufferfish face.
I think it could be the top of Plo Koon's head, which I briefly mentioned, and that would be cool because obviously we have Taiwoka in there, which... Well, hopefully Taiwoka. We have a Wookiee Jedi, which could be Taiwoka. And Plo Koon species, there's no confirmed date on how long they live, but there's rumours that they can live for hundreds of years. So, maybe it's Plo Koon, maybe it's not. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see with that one. We got more leaks here. A lot of different leaked images. Another person here. And the picture of the Zabrak and the Wookiee. And I think that's... Oh no, there's one more. What is this?
It's a tractor!
I get a feeling that this might not be a part of the actual film, but it's just like a part of what... Just a part of the set. Or not the set, behind the scenes stuff. I don't know. It looks... I've really got no clue what it is. If anyone does, just type it in chat or something, or comment it below if you're watching on the replay. But yeah, it's a lot of interesting designs.
I think it's a tractor.
But yeah, the basic idea of Acolyte is this is a mystery thriller that will take viewers to a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era. A former Padawan reunites with her Jedi Master to investigate the secrets of crimes, but the forces they confront are more sinister than they ever anticipated. So it's going to be a very dark side based show, which is pretty interesting stuff, and I'm looking forward to it because we don't often get it from dark side based. It's always from the light side. Well, mainly. All the main movies are
do we want to talk about Battlefront 2 update?
Yes, with Fallen Order. That's Jedi Survivor, rather.
And everyone was like, oh, update!
Yes, in
they're like, oh my, we're getting a good update, but no.
In the most... Well, in... Basically, Battlefront 2 got an update. Was what happened. And that update was... Well, it was just an update to promote Jedi Survivor. So there was there was a little screen that popped up, and just when you open Battlefront on the main screen, there's top right hand corner, I think it was. I didn't take a screenshot, which was a pain. I forgot to include that in the stream, but basically top right hand corner, there is something just promoting Jedi Survivor. So they've gone to the effort of updating the game just to add that in. Which, like, they've obviously announced that there's no more updates on the game. They're not making a Battlefront. They're not making a Battlefront 3, which is a big shame, because we really want another online multiplayer game.
For Star Wars.
Because all the stuff we're getting now is just single player exploration mainly. Basically, everything since Battlefront, apart from Star Wars Hunters, which is a mobile game. But yeah, because we've gotten Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor. We'll be getting Ubisoft's open world Star Wars game. Will be coming very soon. Because they've just tweeted on Twitter asking if people can join, people can test the game if they live nearby. So they're getting into the very
Where
late
are they?
stages. Nowhere near us.
Oh.
Nowhere near us.
Let's take a flight there.
Yeah, fly to probably America or something, yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so that's interesting stuff. Hopefully that game will be out soonish. Because it would be really good if it was.
Just saying, they should have just at least added, one thing for the Battlefront thing. Just give us, a cosmetic or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that they're done with it. If they were ever updated again, then people would be all over it and saying, is there going to be more updates? Is there going to be a Battlefront 3? They're done with Battlefront. Which is a shame. They ditched it for Battlefield 2042, wasn't it?
And that didn't end well.
Yeah, and it didn't end well for them. Which is a shame. But Battlefront never really had good launch history. Battlefront 1 is a very incomplete game with no proper story mode, and it's only based around
with Battlefront 2,
Empire.
though, the last one when it's more Resistance and First Order based, it felt very unfinished.
Yeah, the whole game, especially when it first released, it was always released on a very tight schedule to fit with movies and stuff, and it's all very unfinished. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting. Yeah.
Because at the end, I had a lot more glitches.
Yeah, it's just servers will be going down probably one day, which is a shame. But hopefully we can get another game or just go and play Star Wars Squadrons instead.
No.
Yeah. So moving on now
I think it's good for its VR.
I put out a poll earlier because we were talking about Bad Batch as well. We'll be talking about because we got some critics reviewing it on what they talked about it, and most of you I think have said that you believe it will be mainly that Cody will turn good, most likely. So 75% of you have said that Cody will turn good in Bad Batch Season 2, and I have to agree with you. Because it's just the way he was talking in the trailer, telling Crosshair that some soldiers have been questioning the order. I think he will be turning good. What do you think, though, Rilesgaming?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Soldiers follow orders, okay?
Yeah, but I think the inhibitor chip is beginning to wear off. I think it's...
The thing is, I've noticed more is 65th. Their chips seem to last longer. Well, it feels like that.
Yeah.
Like if you...
Yeah, because we saw...
If you think about it, most of them actually turned into stormtroopers later on.
Well, Clone Commandos are currently training the TK troopers and the stormtroopers.
We saw Scorch.
Yes, Scorch was in the Bad Batch at Mount Tantus, wasn't he?
And he got knocked out.
Yes.
Scorch got scorched.
But, so anyway, we'll now have a look at some of the reviews that have come back from people who have seen it. Seen the first 14 episodes. So, here we go. Someone said here, I blasted through 14 episodes of the Bad Batch Season 2 last week, and it was amazing. It captures the coolest elements of Season 1, some pivotal moments in the Star Wars timeline, and excellent Clone Wars callbacks, and Crosshair's storyline is incredible. So, a lot of Crosshair stuff there, which is to be expected, considering what happened at the end of the first season. Seen the first 14 episodes of Bad Batch Season 2, and whilst there's a couple of weaker episodes, it's one of the best Star Wars animated seasons yet. So they're saying that it's one of the best even compared to Clone Wars.
I don't believe.
I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see about that one.
And then you've got Tales of the Jedi.
Tales of the Jedi was alright, yeah.
Very short, though.
Yeah, it was too short. Hopefully they don't do Tales of the Sith. Anyway, they continue to say some fun, surprising inclusions, but more importantly, some excellent and quite dark storytelling. Huge improvement from Season 1. Another report says, I've seen the first few episodes, so not as many, of Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 2, and I can report that it retains the same entertaining mix of action and light-hearted fun as the first. But there are also some very dark moments and serious themes at play here. I think you fans will be into it. Okay, so there we go. So another person here has noted that a filler episode will be thrown in, but is happy with how good it is. I've seen the first 4 episodes of The Bad Batch Season 2, and boy, does it feel bad to be... And boy, does it feel bad to be back with Clone Force 90... What? I haven't read these reviews fully yet. Does it feel bad to be back with... Oh, okay, Bad Batch, right. Yep. Does it feel bad to be back with Clone Force 99? The story so far is dark and suspenseful, with a filler episode thrown in too. I've watched up to episode 14 and can't wait to keep watching. It's good. It's just good.
It's just good. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Alright, another review.
It's just good.
It's just good. Star Wars The Bad Batch fans, see the first 14 episodes of Season 2 if you're in for some fun times and wild twists ahead. The show continues to be a worthy Clone Wars successor in so many ways, and Omega and Crosshair fans will be especially well sated. So, Omega and Crosshair is going to be who it's mainly centered around. And the trailer sort of hinted at that as well. Just slightly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty interesting, yeah. So next one, an exciting kickstart to the season. We've seen some episodes of Season 2 of The Bad Batch, and not only is the animation breathtaking and beautiful, but it felt great to be back with our favourite rogue clones. The premiere is an excellent kickstart to the season. And we'll just read a couple more here. We'll read, I quite enjoyed the first 14 episodes of The Bad Batch overall. It's better than the freshman run, with Crosshair's storyline being particularly strong. There's also some interesting and unexpected lore tidbits throughout. So, could that be Mount Tantus? Hopefully it is. Because just with all cloning stuff going on there, might even link to Jedi Survivor. And yeah, we'll finish reading all those now, and we'll just continue talking about it. So, what are your overall predictions for the show after watching both of the trailers, Riles?
My prediction...
Yep. What predictions?
I don't really know.
Doesn't have any again, okay.
Alright. I don't know.
Okay. I think it's going to be mainly centered around probably just... It's not going to be fully about the Bad Batch. It's going to be like Andor. It's not going to be just about Andor. It's going to be about the growing empire and just
also
the beginnings of the rebellion.
The way they're getting rid of the clones, but that's already been shown, kind of.
Yes, and how they're phasing out the clones. Because that's obviously what they're doing there. Trying to get rid of the clones. Because they're moving on to the TK troopers. And all normal stormtroopers, just normal conscripted soldiers. Yeah. So, all pretty cool stuff.
But then, I can't remember what happened. Hopefully they'll talk about what happens to Delta Squad, because that's been a giant mystery for ages.
Yeah, I mean, we sort of see some of it, and Republic Commando isn't really canon anymore. So... Sadly. Yeah, but we'll see.
The game was awesome.
I think in that first trailer we saw some of the clone commandos in that first trailer, all rounding up a bunch of citizens, wasn't it?
No, we saw the whole Delta Squad with a taking a dead... I can't remember if it's... Oh, it wasn't Bad Batch. With the dead Jedi in, like, this coffin thing.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't remember it, but yeah, might have happened, yeah.
And, like, the lightsaber dropped, and then Bad Batch was a bit wary.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, I don't remember
it. So, yeah, I don't think they'll be, It won't be focused around them, I don't think, at all.
Yeah, it'll be all sorts of things.
There'll be, like, little references, such as Scorch being on that training thing.
Oh, yeah, and back onto the topic of Skeleton Crew from before, there's rumours coming straight from Bespin Bulletin that Hondo could be appearing in the show.
Credits will do fine.
Wrong
My
person.
do not work on me.
That's Watto. That's Watto. I'm talking about Hondo. Hondo Onaka. You remember him from the Clone Wars Rebels? Yeah. Not Watto.
Oh.
I mean, we'll probably see Watto show up somewhere. Actually, no, we won't. No, we won't, because Disney doesn't like that.
Of course.
Man. Yeah, no, we'll never show it.
It's like they don't like Slave One.
No, Boba Fett's starship. And they don't like Watto, because he made people Boba Fett's starships.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we may see Hondo in the show, which is interesting, and would be cool to see him again. And it makes sense, it's a very pirate-based show.
Yes.
And final thing we've got up, just recent news, I believe, from only a day ago, maybe 2 days ago, and that's regarding the Ahsoka show. And there could be multiple actors that have been casted as Ahsoka. So different timelines using the World Between Worlds. Now this is something that I'm not very happy with, because with the World Between Worlds they could do anything with it. If they wanted to, they could retcon whatever they wanted to. I know there's a contract stopping them from retconning the prequels and the original trilogy, but if that's all it is, like, they could retcon the sequels, and if they can retcon the sequels, then nothing's worth it anymore, because they could just erase it from existence just by using some time traveling stuff with the World Between Worlds.
Yeah,
I don't know. What do you think about it, though?
What?
What do you think about the whole World Between Worlds situation, and how would you feel if they were to retcon the sequels using it?
I don't like it at all. I've always been into the original stuff, and I don't like when they change it up at all.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like the originals a lot more than the sequels, which you'll probably know that by now.
Right!
But yeah, that also Hayden Christensen will be returning as, well, not Darth Vader, but actually as Anakin, either on Mustafar or in the Jedi Temple.
Ooh.
Which, yeah, that, I hope that happens. But there's also, I think there was rumours that were said that they may be fighting each other, Ahsoka and Hayden. Ahsoka and Anakin.
Yes.
So, I'm very skeptical about all this.
After seeing what Disney has done before, but, you know...
Yeah, no, it's... Yeah, I don't know. But it's going to be pretty cool, because it's in the hands of Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, so I trust that it'll be alright. Yeah, so we'll see a bunch of stuff with Ahsoka coming up, and now we're going to talk about a bit more stuff regarding, Andor. So just recently we got some footage of props being talked about from the Star Wars official YouTube channel, and one of them talks about, you know, the watch that they were showing in episode 6 mainly? That I look at on the wrist? Yeah, I'll share a picture I have right here. This right here. This isn't actually, it's not used to measure time, but it's actually a countdown. Because a lot of people were thinking that it was just a watch that would measure some form of time, but this was actually used as a countdown timer leading up to when they were going to be doing the heist. When they needed to be out of there. And, yeah, that's... So, it's interesting, all the behind-the-scenes stuff, because it explains a lot more of what we didn't originally know. And then we have more leaked pictures, well, not leaked, shown pictures. We see the Starpath unit, which is powered by, I think they said, vector crystals, because they have little black crystals inside of them, which, pulling up now, there's little black crystals inside of these edge pieces here.
I see it.
Yeah. So, they're vector crystals, not kyber crystals, which is what the person on the thingo said. They asked if they were black kyber crystals.
Yeah.
But the amount of detail...
I think in chat we have Cloud_Jelly CJ. Hello.
Hello, welcome to the stream, if you're still here. But yeah,
I don't know
thanks for joining us.
here.
But yeah, anyway, the amount of detail that they put into these props is incredible. Like, this would have had less than a minute of total screen time, and they put this much detail into it. Would have been great if we got that much attention to detail in the Star Wars, like, in the proper show, in Kenobi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kenobi, Book of Boba Fett, in just about anything else. But they gave it to Andor, and it really paid off. The amount of detail they put into it. Yeah. We also saw Nemec's Astronav prop, which they did say fully confirmed it. I think we all knew it by now, but it is made out of a Polaroid camera. And just the detail on it. There's this here that's some sort of a measurement thing on the side of it.
Oh, yeah.
Different pieces on it. This is green on that side, which we saw in the
it's pretty much a Polaroid.
Yeah, it's a collapsible
camera.
one. So it could collapse down so that up here it would just go down to there. So
don't they always pretty much do that with also weapons and stuff? They take inspiration from something like, let's say the E11 is pretty much just a Sten gun.
Yeah, it's all like taken some level of inspiration from, and I think this worked well. Rather than them using...
And then in Andor we have the AK.
Yeah, I was about to mention that. Rather than them using the AK that they did in Andor. Because I
think people noticed it more because how the structure was. It had that iconic AK
yeah, but like
front.
E11s aren't something that we'd expect to see. Like, they're not something that resembles anything from Earth that much.
It's a Sten with a scope and slightly spacey looking.
Yeah, but it's because the way that they said it, they even called them guns in the show. Like that when the TIE fighter comes across and they say cover the guns, they don't say cover the blasters. So yes, it's I don't know. It's all very different because that's something that I don't like. I know people have been complaining about different things about it not feeling Star Wars, and I think it's still alright. But having guns in it and not blasters, it's different to what we've seen before.
Yeah.
And the final thing I'm going to show us to do with Andor is Nemec's Manifesto's prop. So we saw it in the very end. And here it is, a close-up view of it. And it's not much, but it just shows all the detail that they put into it.
Yeah.
And it looks sort of like a Walkman as well. So, yeah, I liked it. Like, the whole show was great. The detail into the props and everything was really good. Really well done show. But, back onto the topic of Ahsoka. What's your, like, overall... Because we were talking about World Between Worlds just before, and you didn't really have too much of an idea of what you thought of it, but, like, if it's that easy for them to go and retcon something, what do you think about it, Rilesgaming? Because, what do you think?
Can you say that again?
So, if they were to go and retcon something, like sequels, Solo, some series, or if something happened that changed the way we looked at it overall, how would you feel about using the World Between Worlds? How would you feel about it? Would you find it alright?
Not really. I would feel a bit buggered with it.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm sort of coming from with it, because imagine they go and because they could be seeing Hayden Christensen coming as Anakin, multiple different Ahsokas. So if there's Hayden Christensen as Anakin and younger Ahsokas, that could be showing a scene between those two. And so long as it's like in the season finale, or was it quite the season finale when Palpatine showed Ezra his parents through World Between Worlds stuff? And he said he could be with his parents if he wanted to, and Ezra refused because he knew it was all part of Palpatine's plan. But if they could do that, I hope that's all that they could do, and, like, with the Ahsoka show, I hope that's all they see, just Ahsoka training with Anakin, and maybe that's how Ahsoka finds out that, maybe Ahsoka sees Luke redeeming Vader. Maybe that's how she finds out. Maybe she sees...
Possibly.
Maybe she sees Anakin falling to the dark side when Palpatine titles him as Darth Vader. So, and then that would put some insight into it. Because it wasn't until, It wasn't until Rebels, like a couple of years before A New Hope takes place, that she found out that Anakin Skywalker was alive as Darth Vader.
Yeah.
So that she found out after Obi-Wan did. She found out after most people that ended up knowing in the end. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope that she'd be able to see what exactly happened. Because in Tales of the Jedi, she obviously has no idea. She thinks that Anakin died. Yeah. I mean, yeah, so it's pretty interesting stuff. If anyone in chat has anything else that they'd like to say before we just continue on, if we have anything else to talk about, might be a shorter stream, just under an hour in length. Do you have anything else you'd like to bring up, Riles? Do you have anything else?
I know we have a viewer.
Yeah, well, do you have anything else you'd like to mention? Just before we end, if we do. No? Nothing else? Alright, I'll bring one more thing up. So, Bad Batch, final predictions for the show. Mount Tantus is pretty interesting with dark history of cloning with the Empire. So, we could see some of that. Basically, just re-mentioning what I said before. But, we might end it pretty soon. One more thing with the Andor props. That's right.
So much of Andor.
Yeah, well, Andor's just ended, and we've just gotten a bunch of prop things.
Yeah.
You know that, Kyber thing, the Ricard and Kyber crystal that Luthen gives to him as a down payment? It's said that they made it using just crushed glass and moulding it together into the shape. So that's a bit random, but it's cool just to see how they make it.
Random.
It's cool how to see that they make it. General Kenobi, hello, Matt Cave. Great to see you join us here. Yeah, we've just been discussing all sorts of different things to do with Andor and everything. Yeah, thanks, Matt Cave. Thanks for joining. It's great to have you here. Just decided to try it out. Hopefully do weekly, maybe once every 2 weeks. But yeah.
Matters how long I can actually,
Yeah, it depends on when Rilesgaming will be able to be here. Anyway, we might end it pretty soon now. We've covered everything we wanted to talk about. We'll probably be back next week, if not the week after. And hopefully we'll see you all there. So, thank you for joining the live... So, thank you for watching, everyone.